my friends. I hope you're doing great and you are in the mood to stitch something beautiful. And I have a little gift for you for the 4th of July. And it is a heart that is patriotic heart that is done completely in the hoop. And for it you will need 4x4 hoops. And I am stitching it in 5.5 by 5.5 hoops, but it is for 4x4 hoops, and you need to hoop the tearaway stabilizer in these hoops, and then you will need the felt to fit the hoop and the backing fabric to fit the hoop. And so this design will be free and it will be available at my group. The link will be in the description. You go to the files and download this zipped file. Then you right click the zipped file and press extract here, and you are getting the files for for this embroidery design. Let's stitch the placement line first. So I was gonna say you are getting the files for different machines, so it's in various formats, and you get your preferable formats. I will indicate what formats it includes in the description. So now you gotta trim this heart. You trim this heart and you make sure your top and bobbin threads are of the same color for the satin stitches. And we're gonna stitch the satin stitches right now around our heart. So you can turn this heart into an ornament also. You can place the loop in the top center, tape the loop in the top center, and only after it attach the felt, and it turns out as the ornament finally. It's just a little gift heart for the 4th of July. So we are stitching. It has 8 color changes and it is 30 minutes to stitch. It has 16,700 stitches and is easily made, and it's going to turn out cute, so I'm happy with it. So now we are on the 3rd step, and after this we have to stitch the decorative steps until last 2 steps. There are left 2 steps. So it's gonna fix it a little bit in the area of the heart. It's gonna fix it. Oops. Okay. Let's thread it. Okay, let's continue. So, as we did the satin stitches, I'm going to stitch the decorative stitches and get back to you. So I stitched the decorative steps, and I made a little mistake when I said when 2 last steps are left, because you need to have 1 last step left until you are done with the decorative colors, and now we are on the step 8, and I'm gonna turn over our hoop. Make sure your top and bobbin threads are of the same color, and it's red. You can stitch it in blue also, but I'm gonna do it in red. So I'm gonna remove the extra thread leftovers like that, and then I'm going to place the backing fabric covering the whole project. And I made sure my top and bobbin threads are of the same color, and I'm stitching the very last step with you. So as we are done stitching it, we're gonna turn over our hoop, and as you see, it needs trimming. We trim it slightly so it has a tiny bit of a seam allowance, and we won't damage our stitches, but almost no seam allowance, but just a little bit, so it won't be damaging the stitches, our trimming. And look, this is trimmed. And now a special moment. Now a special moment. Momentum. You look what I do, but you don't do it. I trim the extras from my project like that, not to damage the satin stitches, but you don't do it. I just have a way of trimming it, and it works for me. So this is how your project looks. It will be available at Nina's Dainty Shop group, and the link will be in the description. It's a Facebook group. You can download it from the files and stitch something like that, placement line, then attaching felt, then trimming felt, then stitching the satin stitches, and make sure your top and bobbin threads are of the same color, and then you stitch stitch the decorative stitches, and the final step is attaching the backing, and that's all. You trim the backing and you got it. You got this pretty hard. So happy 4th of July. I hope you enjoy stitching it with me, and have a wonderful day. Bye bye.